everyone, my name is Sue and I'm a park aide here at the wonderful Hidden Valley Nature Center. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you for joining us for yet another day of I Love My Watershed Week. So today I have a really cool craft for you to do. It's a model of a watershed, and hopefully by now you know what a watershed is, and we do love our watershed. So some of you may have already picked up the craft kit, and if you have, great, and if you have not, don't worry. You can still stop by on Saturday and pick one up. You'll be using some of the items in the craft kit, but also you can use anything around your house. You're not limited by anything with this craft, but your own imagination. Sound fun? I kind of like to do crafts, can you tell? Well, in doing this craft, I also like my crafts to be functional. So for the model of this watershed, you can use any box you want. I've got examples of boxes here, and since we're all ordering online now, we're in no shortage of boxes, I'm sure. But you know what I used? A simple Kleenex box. And then I can still pull the Kleenex out of it. When it's empty, I guess I'll have to refill it, but for now, there you have it. Now in your kit, you also got a little guy like this. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is have some colored pencils or markers, or maybe even you have some paints that you wanna use. And you just give this guy a little color and personality. Here's my example of my second one that I did. And I think what I'm gonna do is, before I go into showing you how I put everything together on this box, I'm going to take my craft stick and I'm gonna glue him on here so that he can dry, and then he'll be all ready at the end to go on the model. Now, I am using hot glue gun because I don't have a lot of time with you guys, but you can also use something like Aileen's craft glue or some other kind of sturdy craft glue. I don't think that your typical school glue is gonna be strong enough, and who knows, maybe you might wanna just experiment with different things that you have around your house. You know, it even occurs to me that for part of this, you could use a stapler, but maybe not for the rocks and the moss. So the way I did mine is I kind of made my watershed look like a waterfall, and I've got my eagle up above the waterfall. And, oops, I guess I better do this. I said I would. It's important to do what you say you're gonna do. There we go. Ta-da! We're gonna set him aside. There we go. Now, beyond that, in order to make what looks like dirt and mountainy kind of things, all I used was a simple grocery bag. And I just took it apart and just started crumpling. Yeah, and that was kind of fun in and of itself. And then all I did was take a little glue and I just put it on top of my box like this. It's not rocket science, it's not difficult. You just put glue on the top and you just start fashioning your crumpled up paper around the top. Now, if you don't have a grocery bag at your house like this, you can find something else to use. Maybe you have some old material or something, or, oh, I don't know, maybe even some brown construction paper. You can just use whatever you have available. I like to do crafts that use things that I would typically just throw in the trash, send to the landfill. And I also like to repurpose things. I think that that's a responsible way to look after our environment. And it's just kind of fun. I think it's more fun to see how things take shape when you're trying to create them yourself. Okay, let's see, what else do we need? I'm used to doing it on the other side, not from behind, so this is different. You guys think that looks okay? Give me a thumbs up if you think it's okay. All right. The next thing I'm gonna do is, I have some leftover fabric from superhero cape I made one time. Yeah, it's fun to make costumes. And again, all I am doing is putting a little glue just at the top here and putting my fabric here, and it can take shape all on its own. Look at that, look at that. See there? I kind of like it just the way it is, kind of like a little waterfall, a little stream going downhill, whatever you want it to be. Then I have some rocks, and I also have some moss, And all you do is you just put the glue wherever you think you want rocks and moss, and you could just like put one thing, look at it, see where you need something else, and put it all together. And then at the end, you have a parrot help you with this. You just make a little cut in your box, take your eagle and put a little glue on it like that, and just stick it wherever you want it to be. So then after you get this little guy on here, if you want, you can just continue to add more rocks, add more moss, or anything that you have around your house that you think will make your watershed more personal and attractive to you. The important thing is for you to have fun. And when you're finished, I invite you to send a picture of your model. You've seen mine, I want to see yours. So send it to our Rivco Parks Facebook page. Thank you for joining me.